Hi guys, it's Mrs. Davis. Okay, so this is where we left off from the last video. We explored all of the line tools in Google Drawings. So I'm going to show you a cool trick to delete. I'm going to click, notice I have my select tool, the little arrow clicked. I'm going to click out here off of the canvas and drag to select everything on the canvas. And then I'm just going to use the delete key on my keyboard and everything's gone. So we've looked at the line tools. I'd like to look at the shape tools. Now the shape tools, there's lots to pick from. The basic shapes are all here. Our arrows, lots of kind of three-dimensional arrows. Our call outs, great kind of explosions. We got stars. And here, these are great for when you want to make something comic strip like. And equations, where maybe you want to do something that has sort of those math equations in there or those brackets. So starting with just sort of some basic shapes. Now, if I want to put a circle in here, if I just click and drag, I'm going to kind of end up with something oval-ish, right? Now, if I want a circle, but I don't want it to be an oval, I can click, hold down Shift, and then, no matter what I do, I have a perfect circle. So, the same thing happens with our rectangles. If I do a rectangle, I can end up with any kind of weirdness. Or I can do a rectangle. Oops, not sure if I got a rectangle there. I can do a rectangle, hold down my Shift key. Oh, that did not work the way I wanted it to. That's okay. The Shift key, though, is going to really put these shapes into that perfect shape. Okay, so here's a triangle holding down Shift, and here is a triangle without holding down Shift. So you can see the difference. Now, I'm going to go ahead and select those, get rid of them. I'm going to go ahead and just try to make something fun. So I'm going to put in a circle. I'm going to hold down my Shift key. And I'm going to grab that circle and move it. See these red lines that pop up? They show me whether or not I'm centered. So if I'm centered left to right, there's that red line shows up. Now if I go up and down, now I have the crosshairs that shows me I'm dead center on my canvas. I can let that go. Now I want this a different color. So I'm going to go to my bucket tool here, the fill color. And I'm going to pick... how about red? Now you can see we have a black outline. Our pencil is our line color. And I don't want any outline, so I'm going to select transparent. So now I have this circle without an outline. Now let's say I'd like to add a little depth to it. I'm going to take this sort of donut shape here. Again, I'm going to hold down my Shift key. And now I have this donut, and I want to center that as well. And you can see I get those red crosshairs come up. And these are smart shapes. So you'll see right here where we have this little yellow or kind of orangey handle, I can take that and resize the hole in my donut. I can resize the shape. Again, I'm going to hold my Shift key because I want this to remain a perfect circle. And center it. Got it left to right and up, down. There we go. And so now, I don't really like that color. I'm going to make the transparent line color, and I'm going to go ahead and make this white. So here we have a kind of a circle within a circle, but really we used that donut tool. And now I want to do something a little more fun. I'm going to go down to my callouts and use a star. Again, I'm going to use my Shift key to make sure that the proportions of my star stay true. And let's go ahead and center that. Now again, we have a smart tool, so I can grab my this yellow here and I can change the angles on those stars if I want to, make it kind of a chubbier star. I'm going to go right here, I like that. And for this one, I am going to change my line color to transparent, and I'm going to make that. There we go. Captain America would be proud. So here I have my circle my shield, if you will. And let's say I'm looking at this and saying, you know what, I would really like to put another line in there, another circle in there. So I'm going to go back to my donuts. I'm going to pull out that donut shape. And again, I'm going to hold down that shift key, make a donut. And I'm going to center that. And I'm going to thin out that line just a little bit. And I think I'm going to make it a little bit bigger as well. All right, so I'm going to recenter that. There we go. Now I want that to be white, so I'm going to fill that with white, and I'm going to make my line transparent, but I really would like that star on top of it. So I want to show you a trick. I'm going to right click on my circle, or on the donut, I'm sorry, and I get the option for order. Now, one thing you have to remember is when you're working in Google Drawings, you're working with layers. So this is a little like sheets of paper in a stack. And my donut paper is on top of my star paper. And I want to switch that. So I've selected the donut and I went to order and I said I want to send it backward. And so because I sent the donut backward, now my star is on top. And so if you think in terms of layers, of course I have to adjust this because, you know, it's not perfect. There we go. Now I feel better. If you think in terms of layers, you can really do some fun things by layering the objects on the screen. So, one last thing, when I have a finished product like this, why is this canvas a checkerboard? Well, when you see that checkerboard, this is a transparent background, which means it's clear. And so that's really helpful when you want an object that doesn't automatically have a white background. So checkerboard is clear. All right, so I want you to go into Google Drawings. I want you to play with some of these tools and see if you can make a simple graphic like this. We'll have one more short video and we'll talk about how to add text to our really cool drawings. All right, have some fun with it.